My dog's talking in his sleep. I believe tattoos are a good nonverbal representation of who you are as a person. I saw someone post on Threads that they had done a tattoo tour. I've always wanted to do one. So on my monitor over here, I do have a master list of all the tattoos I've gotten. I do it to keep organized. It's just a fun little passion project. So I'm going to be going down the line and talking about all my tattoos. I'll also put some pictures right over here of each tattoo that I am talking about. So let's get started. It's the first tattoo that I got in 2018 is a firefly tattoo. I got it because I had gone to see a country music artist that I had loved, but when we were seeing him in concert, he had said, "Oh, well, look at all of those beautiful Virginia fireflies," or something to that order, because he had lived in Virginia, which is where I'm from. And I just took that and it was like, it hit me deep in the soul. And just appreciating the small things in life, like catching fireflies in jars or something like that. I wouldn't say it fits the theme of my arm right now, but I still really love it. The second tattoo I got was done a few months later. I wanted a kitschy, stereotypical, cliche, Halloween just threw up on my arm type of tattoo, and that is what I got. The colors are phenomenal. That's one thing that I did look into when I was getting tattooed, is I was trying to find someone specifically for this piece that does phenomenal color work, and I found them, and it still looks gorgeous. I get a lot of compliments on that one. A lot of people really like that one. My third tattoo is a Shining key from the novel and the book, The Shining. I wanted to get this done, and I got it done from a new artist. It did end up needing a touch up. The flowers were originally a pale purple, and they were recolored to be blue, which is much better. I personally wanted more blue tones. The artist did a great job. It just wasn't, it didn't heal up as well as I had hoped. So I did get it touched up. The colors were changed a little bit more. The maze was blacked out. It would have all faded together with how it was done. There was a lot of detail in that tight circle, so that was blacked out. My fourth tattoo was a little heart, no bigger than like this. It was on my hip bum area. I did end up getting it covered by another tattoo that I just got recently. Right, 2021, I got a Midsummer tattoo. It is a bear with fire. If you've seen the movie, you know. I just fell in love with that movie when I first saw it. I saw it in theaters. It was like the first movie in a while that actually gave me a physical reaction. And as someone that watches a lot of horror movies, it's not always easy to scare me. So for that one to give me a visceral reaction was just insane. I needed to commemorate it. So I got this little guy. Next, I got a dagger on my sternum. As a bisexual woman, I love a nice woman with a weapon, and I wanted to become a nice woman with a weapon. This was just something that I wanted on my sternum. I would love to add more, however, that hurt so bad. I don't know if that will ever happen. It's my favorite little hidden secret. In the same setting as the dagger, I got my mom's handwriting on the back of my leg. It was handwriting from a birthday card, I believe, where it says, "Love you a lot." I think it's a unique placement for a script tattoo, and my mom loves it. She really likes that I got that done for her. She wasn't happy that I got this one done as well, but we switched gears and made her happy again. Next, in the same year, is my teeth tattoo. I am very prone to dreams of my teeth falling out, and when they fall out in my dreams, it's like an Eli Roth type of ordeal where it's gory and you hear the cracks, and apparently teeth falling out in dreams symbolizes rebirth, new beginnings, and security, and I just really connect with those dreams. Like, I just have them so frequently. Not sure when it means what, but it is something that happens a lot, and so I was like, you know what, let me just like frame my arm with some teeth. I feel like that would look cool. And they do. I love them. So now jumping to 2022, I got Pumpkaboo on my elbow. This was part of a tattoo date. The day after I got married, my husband also got a Halloween Pokemon tattoo. So we're not matching, but we're corresponding. He chose the placement actually, and I'm glad he did because I did not think I would get something on the elbow, but I'm glad he did because it fits really nice there. Also in 2022, I got a pinup girl coming out of a pumpkin. The one thing I wanted from this pinup girl was for her to be topless. And that is because as I've grown older, I've started really embracing femininity, sexuality, and gotten over a lot of my insecurities. So having a topless pinup girl on me was kind of like a celebration of that. And she's spooky, and who doesn't love spookiness? In 2023, I got my key touched up, and I also got left and right on my wrists. I got left and right because when I'm driving on highways, I cannot make split-second decisions. Yes, you can turn your hands up and do the L's. I get it. But when you're in a split-second decision, both of them make L's and you can't think that quick. At least for me. So I got my hands labeled because when I'm driving, now I can just look down at left and right. Very functional. I love them. I don't regret them. They're some of my favorite tattoos. In 2023, I also got my first Friday the 13th special tattoo. It is a piece of pizza done by an apprentice that is now my friend. I got the pizza because one time I got sent to the hospital because I ate too much pizza because I learned how to do online delivery, and that wasn't a smart decision. So I was like, I think this would be a little tongue-in-cheek. I didn't realize that when I got it, it has a 13 on it. I realized it had a 13 on it, but I didn't realize that the hospital bill my parents had to pull out was $1,300. So it's like a dual meaning. I think that's really funny and really cool. In 2023, I also got a portrait of my rabbit. It looks like the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. I know people always comment on that. My rabbit is very elderly and he's very old because I call him my little old man because he is old and he looks like a little old man and I love him so much. I also got a frog. This was a piece of flash done by a tattoo artist that I absolutely adored. She doesn't tattoo anymore, and I completely respect that, but I absolutely loved her. I wish I got more from her. This was a piece of flash. It's just a fat frog crying, and it says betrayal. No deep meaning. I do think it's kind of funny because my mom is scared of frogs, so having a tattoo of a fat frog crying and it says betrayal does humor me. In 2023, I also let my friend who was an apprentice at that time tattoo his initial on me because why not, just for funsies. I did end up getting that covered up as well, which we will look at in a few more tattoos. I got an alien by the same tattoo artist that did my betrayal frog. Tales of Halloween is a Halloween anthology movie, and there's this one part where there's a little alien who sees this Jason Voorhees knockoff lookalike person, and the alien, all it says, its only words are tweet a tweet, and it was the cutest fucking thing. I had to put it on my body. I told my husband for like 2 years, I was like, I'm getting this alien tattooed on me, and I finally did it last year, and it is still so fucking cute. Right next to the alien, I have a crying clown. It's kind of a family inside joke because we always make a joke about how it's like a circus in my family. I know everyone says that, but like literally there's always something going wrong. And yeah, sometimes you just laugh through the pain. And it's just a inside joke that we're just a bunch of sad, crying clowns. It's one of my favorites. He's so cute and he's so sad. Family members hates this tattoo and I have no clue why. She thinks it's really stupid and ridiculous, and I love him, and I hate that he's probably sadder knowing that than he was when I first got him. I also got a tattoo for my grandfather. This was the last tattoo of the year. It was done by an apprentice. I love it. I mean, it's very sentimental to me. It is the birth flower for July, and my sister was like, oh, you got a tattoo for me. I'm like, no. To make it more obvious it was for my grandfather, I added his birth date. So that's why there's a little 46. In 2024, I decided to try out a new tattoo studio, which is where I got the initial blast over with some tribal designs by a new studio, and she did great. I love the environment. You know, it was just a test run, and I had wanted to cover up because I was scared my parents would find out that I had some other guy's initial tattooed on me. Husband was completely fine with it. He just thought it was kind of stupid, but he was fine with it. I just didn't want other questions from it. So I got blasted over, and so that's what it looks like now. From the same artist that did my blast over, my mom and I got goose tattoos. Because we're just like a couple silly little geese. I'm her silly goose, she's my mother goose. You know, it's like a cute little bonding moment. My mom and I were talking about getting matching tattoos, but she couldn't come up. She was like, well, it depends on the idea. And I was like, let me draw something up for you. So I like mocked up a goose tattoo, and she said, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And I booked in for a tattoo. So that's how we ended up having matching tattoos. And now she shows it to everyone that she can because she loves it. So I'm glad I was able to make her happy. My Freddy Krueger glove is the biggest tattoo and one of my favorites. It was done by Alexandra Fish at the Richmond Tattoo and Arts Convention this October. Yes, October 20th. And originally it was supposed to take 8 hours, but she wanted to add more detail and dimension. I was her only appointment for the day. And I was like, go for it. So after 10 hours, I looked down at it and she knocked it out the park. I absolutely loved my time with her. It was so worth the money. I have no regrets. I've been wanting a tattoo from her for years, and I'm so glad that she had done this. This is the tattoo that is covering up my quarter-sized heart. And it's gigantic, and I absolutely love it. My last tattoo for the year is Art the Clown. I made a whole video of it, which I will link down below if you're interested. But yes, it's Art the Clown, again by another studio, which I featured vaguely in that original video. And yeah, I had David Howard Thornton pick out my tattoo design. I asked him like, what should I do? He said Art in his Santa hat and his Santa costume and the glasses. So I was like, bet. And I got it done a couple weeks later. And it's gorgeous. It's still healing. It's still pretty fresh. I gotta keep an eye on it. Got a couple more weeks. But yeah, it looks phenomenal. And I do plan on going to him for another tattoo. I'm thinking maybe a Jason tattoo. So yeah, those are all my tattoos from 2018 to 2024. If you're curious, the total amount of money I have spent on tattoos is $6,390, which I don't think is bad because some of them are apprentice tattoos. I did forget one more. I have a ear tattoo done by the same artist that did my alien. Obviously it needs a touch up because this area is prone to fading. I got it because I wanted an ear piercing in that location, but healing piercings is completely different from tattoos, and I didn't want to commit to it. I'm a side sleeper. It is what it is. So I just got it tattooed. So yeah, I think now I've covered all the bases. So thank you for tuning in. If you watched the whole thing, thank you. And I have some fun ideas for videos coming up, so definitely keep a lookout for that. And yeah, so hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you next round. Bye!